In my last video, I reviewed Creaty, which is a clone of Figma, but with some AI features. But then in my review, it turns out that it wasn't actually using AI. And I hate when companies claim that they're using AI and it's just programming. Then I came across this new tool called Motiff. It just released recently, and it's also a clone of Figma with a few AI features. This tool was released recently in Singapore in a huge AI event called Super AI. Presentation and the concept got people excited, so let's see how it actually works. I'll show you what it does, and then I'll give you my honest opinion from a UI UX designer's perspective. For the first feature, I'm gonna go into one of my design files here, and we'll try the AI Reduplication feature that you have under the AI menu at the top here. What this does is it will allow you to duplicate content by creating different content for it, so you can showcase your design with different real-life elements in it, like different images and different content in the text areas. Let's say you want to duplicate this element. You can hit D on your keyboard or select it from here. I will give you this indication in the corner that you are in reduplicate mode, and you can drag it. So I tried this multiple times in my designs, and it's not actually creating a different photo for me, but it is filling the appropriate text properly. So it's giving me a different name, a different match, different description here, still related to real estate, and different ratings and reviews. But if you go and try it in their playground file for reduplication, it actually works with images. So you can go and try it here in their playground file. You can select the element that you want to duplicate, hit D on your keyboard, and then try it out. It will actually give you different text and different images. It really is aware of the content and giving me appropriately what it should give me. Sometimes it gave me Spanish text for some reason, but yeah, most of the time it works. But it's only working within the playground space right now. So, but at least it's a good proof of concept. Looks like it's actually AI generated, so that's really cool because it's actually giving me relevant info with the text depending on the content of my design. So I really like this feature. You can do that with a plugin in Figma, but hey, it's a neat feature. The next feature we have here is AI layout. This feature is really cool because it does simplify the way you actually use your auto layout feature. The way they have it in Figma, it's complicated to use auto layout because you're gonna have to create auto layouts for every set of elements that are coming in a specific layout within a frame. So you have to go from the smallest element to the biggest element and do it manually. What they're allowing you to do here is actually automatically generate auto layout for all of the nesting elements and layers, which is really cool. I tried it with my actual design and it works really well. So let's say you have this page that is not using any auto layout. It is freeform. What you can do here is actually select the whole page and say add auto layout, and it will convert the whole page to auto layout for you, including any nested elements and any layers. So you don't have to actually go and create auto layout from scratch for every single set of elements in the page. So here you have a horizontal auto layout, and then if you go up more, you can see that it created the appropriate auto layout vertically, horizontally, and centered, and then with any elements that you have in the page in relation to each other. So that's really cool. You can move things around and you have auto layout applied to all the layers. So that's nice. And the other part of this feature is if you have a page with freeform and no auto layouts in it, but you want to modify an element in it, like say you want to input this text here, if you copy the text and paste it here, it's not gonna adapt the whole layout to it. So what you can do is select your frame and say build temporary structure. And what this does, it will actually create auto layout for the whole page for you in a temporary state. So you can modify what you want and then get out of that state, and your design will be adapted to the content. So when you have your temporary state here, it will show you this little icon at the top here. And now you can actually go in there and paste your text and everything below will adapt. Then when you're done, you can say done and it will return to the unstructured design that you had without auto layout. Or you can save it with auto layout and then it will continue to have auto layout on all the layers underneath. It's a really cool way to improve the auto layout feature that Figma has. The way they have it here is not actually using any AI, it's just understanding your design files better and understanding how to keep your layout the same way that you have it, but apply auto layout to it. In that way it works. But it's not really actually AI. Don't call it AI, call it an improvement, call it a new feature. But yeah, it actually works well with any design file that I tried, so that's really cool. So the next feature we're gonna try here is the design system. So there's an AI tool that will create a design system based on your file. You can actually just do that from the main homepage here. There's this AI design system creator, which will allow you to select which design file you want to create a design system for. So I'm gonna select my design file here, click start recognizing, and it will take some time to extract all of the elements from it. And when it's done, it has a little summary of how many layers it found, and it saves a whole new file for you in your homepage. So you have your recognition results here, and if you click on that, there's an onboarding page that tells you how to use it, but then you can notice you have many pages on the side here for each type of element in your design system. So now if you go into each element that it created, let's say in the colors page, for example, it will tell you how many times this color was used. And if you click on the little loop icon, it will show you where this element has been used, or this color has been used in your design. So you can see all of the places this color was used. So if you go into typography, let's say this one was used 10 times, you click on the icon here and it will show you where it was used. It will give you effects, it will give you icons, buttons, list items, tags, input, checkboxes, tabs, navigation bar, and tab bar. So it really recognized all of the elements properly for me. You can see the tabs I have here, and then the navigation bar is different, and then you have the tab bar appropriately named. Again, this doesn't really require AI to do, it's just getting all of the design information from your design file, so no AI is used here. It does include a lot of the elements that you might have in your design, which is cool. But the second feature for design systems here is to maintain a design system and then to check the consistency. So to maintain a design system, let's say you created new elements that weren't in your original design system, you can go to the AI feature here, that is design system maintainer, and it will let you select which design file, and it will start recognizing it and comparing the contents of your new design file and compare them to your existing design system. So when you do that, it will create a new page for you here on the side, and it's called AI maintenance results, and this will include everything that it found. And when you select an element, it will give you this replace icon on the side here. It says replace style. It will replace your selected color with a color from your design system, which is cool. Let's say we want to replace it with this color, and now it's gone from here because everything that has that color is now replaced. So when you go back to your design, you will actually see an icon that is at the top here, which has published replacements. If you click on it, it will actually change everything that you changed in the maintenance result. And then you have the last AI feature for design systems here, which is consistency checker. This will check your design against a selected design system. You need to have a published design system here, but I couldn't publish mine because I'm on the free plan, but you can try it in the playground file. So if you go here and select the design system, it says here Motiff design system that they have here, and you can start comparing your design file with the design system and it will show you the differences. It's showing you that there's 4 instances of text that are not adhering to the design system, and then you can see which colors, and then it will allow you to replace them with the appropriate color that you have in your design system. So if you click replace all, it will replace them with the correct color, and that's cool. Here's the tab bar. For some reason, the tab bar doesn't allow me to replace, but for colors and text, it works. So yeah, that's cool. It works for actually auditing your design and checking the differences between your design system and your actual design. And it also helps you maintain your design system when it finds new elements that are not existing in your design system. You can replace those or add new components to your design system. But in my opinion, none of this is using AI. It doesn't feel like it actually needs AI to actually do this. So maybe this could be a cool feature for Figma plugin, but it's not actually using AI. So that's my biggest gripe with this. I don't like that they're calling it AI. So it doesn't matter what it's doing, even if it's doing something really cool. If you slap AI on it, it better be AI. And I don't think that's AI. Now let's jump into the magic box feature. You have these two AI features in Motiff Lab. AI magic box doesn't work on my design files for now. It only works on the playground files. So I'm in a playground file here, and let's try it. You can select an area and it should automatically know what you might want to put in here. So it's giving me some kind of details that don't really work here. Let's say I want a name and description. Yeah, it's just giving me preset templates for components. This is not AI at all. It's just pulling elements from a library. I don't like this feature. It's just using a library. It is aware of your surroundings when you select an area, but that's not really helpful in real case scenarios. So I'll skip over this feature. The other feature we have in this section is AI generates UI. And this one actually seems like it's using AI to create a complete page for you. You can type in this box anything that you want in natural language and it will create it for you. Let's try a simple prompt to start with. Let's say I want a transaction history page with payment and details and add a refunds section. So there we go. It gave me a transaction history page. It didn't actually understand that I want a section for refunds. It gave me a refund button here, but it did kind of understand what I was looking for. Let's see a different prompt here because I want to see the limits of this. Let's say a user's page with a table showing each user and last active date and a tag to show if they're free or paid user. And let's add a button for redeeming payments and a section for a list of refunded orders on the same page. I'm going to specify that so that it understands what I want. There we go. It's just giving me a page with a list of orders. It did give me a different section for refunded orders, but it didn't ask for tabs, and it's showing me users and then refunds and then settings, and it's giving me random tabs at the bottom for refunds and settings as well. This is really not a good UI design here. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Maybe it understands a little bit of what you're saying, but it's not really picking up on those natural language requests that you are putting in the prompt field. So again, I think this is looking for keywords and putting elements on a page from a certain library. It's not actually generating anything because every time I tried it, it's giving me the same type of elements. This is a really cool feature for coming up with mockups quickly, and it's really nice for wireframing, but for actual UI design, I wouldn't actually use this. I would use it just as a proof of concept and for coming up with ideas. Let's try something completely different. Music player with big play button and big favorite button and small pause button, and let's say and a section for similar tracks. There we go. It gave me a music player, but then again, it didn't adhere to my prompt. I asked for a big favorite button, small pause button. They're not really here. There's a recently played and there's playlists at the bottom. I'm gonna copy the same prompt and see if it generates something different or exactly the same result. This is the proof that it's actually pulling from a library and is not generating anything. It pulled this exact same component for a music player and even the same numbers. Let's try to give it more details for colors, for example. So I'll paste the same, but then I'll say yellow, blue, gradient, background, bold, green, text, glowing outline. And then again, it gave me exactly the same layout. Didn't customize the colors for me or anything that I requested. Yeah, it's just pulling from a library. And then we have to talk about the compatibility here, because it does allow you to open any Figma file perfectly, but you cannot save from this tool to Figma. It only allows you to export as sketch files, which is not ideal. And that's if you want to actually incorporate this in your workflow, maybe you want to use some of the tools that they have here. And they have some good tools, but then you're not actually migrating your whole workflow to Motiff. You want to use some elements from Motiff and then go back to your work in Figma, and they're not allowing you to do that. So there's really no way for me to incorporate this tool in my workflow. I mean, are they expecting us to migrate and start using this tool? I don't know. I don't think any designer would actually make this leap and switch their workflow into Motiff when there's no way to actually get out of it. So yeah, for me personally, if you could actually have Figma compatible files here, I would actually use some of these features, but it's not really worth the migration for me. So there's no way I'm actually using this tool unless they improve their compatibility. And I also have a gripe with calling these features AI. I mean, stop with the marketing term of AI on everything. Just tell me you have these cool features and I'll actually use them. But calling them AI is just, I don't know, it's a little sketchy for me and I don't like it. So there you go. As you can tell, I'm really not impressed with the AI features they have here. And it looks like it only generates layouts for mobile. I tried prompting it for desktop and iPad layouts, but it's not doing it. And that further proves my point that it's not actually using AI. They have a set library, and the libraries they have are only for mobile layouts. So yeah, no AI here. But this tool actually works exactly like Figma. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to Figma, this tool is actually cheaper. So you can see the prices here. It's actually cheaper than Figma, but it's a one-way street. You can only go one way. You cannot go back to Figma from here. You can actually do anything you want to do in Figma in here. So prototyping, shortcuts, dev mode, all actually work exactly the same as Figma. Thank you for watching all the way through with me. Please sign up to my newsletter if you want updates on new AI tools and new AI features. And also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.